Hi friends, many youngsters have asked this question. Sir, how to become a civil servant? What should I do? For this basic question, let me answer it a very simple way. See, if someone has attained 21, as being an youngster, 21 attained on 1st August, you are eligible to apply. And a very important a degree, any degree from any recognized university. And all these examinations, I say that it is conducted by the Union Public Service Commission, that's called UPSC. So UPSC not only conducts civil service examination, it conducts other examination also, like a technical examination, Indian engineering service. If you are an engineering graduate, you can appear for Indian engineering service. And if you have an economics and commerce background, you can even apply for Indian economic service and statistical service with even a max background also. So, if you are a medical graduate, you can apply for combined medical service. And someone who aspires to become an army officer or a naval officer or an air force officer, that the examinations conducted for the Indian Military Academy and also the OTA for the non-technical entry, like there is an examination called a CDS, Combined Defense Service. And even I said it needs a degree for the defense examination, UPSC conducts even for the plus two completed students also. Like they have a examination called NDA, National Defense Academy and Naval Academy exams. Anyone with the plus two qualification in the physics, chemistry, maths, they are eligible to apply and appear for. So, to put it very simple, UPSC conducts a lot of examination throughout the year. You can visit upsc.gov.in. They have an examination schedule published a year ahead of, and you can plan accordingly for which examination you are expecting to appear and apply and appear for. So now let me get into Indian civil service examination. So when I say civil service, it is not only the IAS, IPS you are going to aspire and appear for. Very important. There are, because IAS and IPS is nothing but the Indian All India Service, which is very popular among the common man and even the youngsters also. There are other near about some 20 to 25 other central services are also there. Like for accounts, I say Indian Railway accounts, defense accounts, civil accounts, and the Indian audited accounts. For railways again, railway accounts, railway personnel, railway traffic. See, these are all the central civil service where you have a very high profile. Like Indian Ordnance Factory, someone does not know there is a service called Indian Ordnance Factory Service, Indian Defense SH. So these services have a very different profile in terms of civil service as such. So people can aspire for other central civil services also, so that they have a very high profile job meant for that particular service. So let us come out of the misperception only aspiring for IAS, IPS. Of course, this is again two other service gives you a due respect among the common man. And now let me get into the scheme of examination. So I said you require any degree from any recognized university, not more than you are expected from the UPSC point of view, and you should have attained 21. And if you have attained 32, now your age limit is over. So attain 21 is more than enough. Remember that UPSC gives an opportunity even a candidate or an aspirant who are appearing for the final year examination during their college days, they are eligible to apply. So there is no complication. Very important, in the scheme of examination, the UPSC Civil Service has two levels of examination. One, the preliminary, because there are many who may even interested to apply, but they may not be appearing for the prelims examination. And how do we need to filter? There are around every year some an average of 800 to 1000 vacancies are being notified and called for. So you can see every year how many vacancies are notified and called for. Based on that, the vacancy they used to take a ratio that is nothing but 1:13. That is the ratio chosen for the mains examination, from the preliminary to the mains examination. So for one vacancy, 13 candidates are selected for the next level. That's the mains examination. So only that is the criteria. So don't bother about how many are applying and appearing. So very important. I said for the preliminary examination, there are two papers. One, the GS. Don't think too much of GS. It is nothing but what you studied during your school days. That basic knowledge along with the current affairs for that particular subject being asked. So it is what we would have studied during our school days: geography, history, science, and the social science, nothing but the Indian polity and the basic economics. So these are all the subjects. Along with that, they are asking what is happening in the country in each and every subject. So this is all they're asking for that GS paper one. You have 100 questions. For the 100 questions, they are giving 200. It's very simple. You are securing an average of 50 percentage. That means near 100. So you will be qualifying for your mains examination of any community category, let it be general or a reserved category or a backward class. So you will be qualifying. So 50 questions enough to answer and clear this examination. And for the paper two, CSAT, the civil service aptitude, here aptitude meant your personality aptitude, not a general aptitude like for other aptitude examinations are happening. Here, your personality aptitude, nothing but comprehension, how you understand, what is your extra understanding based on the passage rate. So your comprehension, your decision making, your communication, and also your logic, your mathematical logic or a logical understanding of any questions given. So these are all the basic areas along with some English questions being asked. So that has around some 80 questions. So for GS, I said 100 questions, 50 percentage more than enough to clear your prelims examination. And CSAT is nothing but the qualifying paper. So as per Rule 15 Civil Service Examination 2018, it requires only 33 percentage cutoff. So for 200, you require some 66 marks to clear this side to qualify for your mains examination. So you don't require to compete in the CSAT paper, and only your GS paper, I said you require 50 questions more than enough to qualify your mains examination. And in the mains examination, you have a system of papers again, that it has 9 papers. 2 papers are only qualifying papers: general English and any Indian language. Any Indian language, it is again during your school days, you would have taken your second language, that can be taken and you can apply. That is only a qualifying paper which consists of some 300 marks. So 33 percentage, as I say, stated for the CSAT. Here the 33 percentage is sufficient to clear, and the rest of the papers evaluated based on qualified in these 2 papers. So every paper out of the other 7 papers, every paper will have 250 marks. So this 250 is nothing but put together 7 into 250, you will get 1750. So that consists of GS paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, and paper 4. Along with that, you have an essay paper, and the other 2 papers are nothing but your option subjects. Many have a confusion regarding optional subjects. Your optional subjects, not necessarily that it would be optional subjects chosen from your basic degree. It is based on your personality, interest, and the guidance and your understanding based on the previous question being asked. That is the important criteria to choose any optional subjects. You can take any guidance from anyone and mentorship. How to choose your optional subjects, that decides your success also for clearing this examination. So in that way, very important. Now decide about your optional subjects when you start preparing for the civil service examination. So this 9 papers, whatever GS paper had, you had it in your prelims. That being made a detailed paper as 4 papers, and you are expected to qualify because I said 1750. If you have 50 percentage, you will qualify to your interview. Interview is again personal interview. It consists of 275. 275. I said 1750 and 275. You will get 2025. For 2025, even a general category, if they have 50 percentage, they will get qualified to get a service. Any service, as such, I said there are 24 civil service, one common entrance conducted by the UPSC. Ultimately, in the personal interview, UPSC conducts, I said, they are asking and evaluating your personality. So, for the prelims, I said, they evaluated your personality attributes like comprehension, decision making, communication, and your logical ability. Other than that, in the essay paper, they decide about your personality, even ethics integrity as paper 4 in the mains examination. evaluate your personality. So at every level, they are evaluating your personality. And in the mains examination, the personal interview, they completely thoroughly evaluate your personality. If someone having a very strong personality which consists of leadership, not only the along with the intellectual qualities, they require some social traits, clear logical exposition, and it is very important. The other quality is the social traits, leadership, and the social cohesions. These are all the other attributes that they are expected. Your communication ability, your understanding ability, all these leadership qualities are expected of personality. Why? Because a 20 minutes interview, they can understand your personality. Are you having the personality to administer any service till your retirement? That means 60 years. So 20 minutes enough to evaluate your personality, that you have all the attributes to be a civil servant. It is not specifically any qualities are being tested, like whether you have a special quality for an IPS, for an IAS. So totally evaluating your personality. You have personality attributes to become a civil servant. If someone has all the personality attributes, ultimately you will get through your examination. So a strong, determined, persevering personality required with to a greater commitment who take up the failures and provide solution for the society and for the entire nation as such. You will have greater career in all the services. It is not only the IAS, IPS alone. The rest other services also has a greater responsibility and greater assignments. If you get into that service, you will get to know. So all the best, my friends. Again, I'm getting you. You're 21, attain 21, any degree from any university, recognized university, and you require only 50 percentage to clear your prelims examination, your mains examination, and to get any service. That 50 percentage more than enough. So out of 2025, the 2025 marks, you require only some thousand to get through the service. Less than that means near 50, more than enough. All the best, my friends who are aspiring to become a civil servant and the future leaders of this nation. Thank you.